In this chapter of SOLIDWORKS Features Basics, we are going to begin by talking about features in general. Then we'll look at the features environment, followed by a detailed look at many of the commands that make up the feature ribbon. But first, let's talk about the part that we see on the screen. This is a part that one of my students created. Now keep in mind there's many different ways to go about creating this part, and the method that this student used is just one of many. However, if you look at the feature manager tree, you will see that this part consists of many different features. We have several cut extrudes and a handful of boss extrudes. But one thing that's important to note, that if I take this rollback bar and I go back to the first feature, that most of these features require a 2D sketch up front. So if I edit the sketch and then view normal to it, this is nothing more than a 2D sketch and consists of all the techniques that we covered in the previous chapters. Now once we have the 2D sketch created, we can close out of the sketch, go into a SOLIDWORKS Features command, and in this case, it was the boss extrude, apply a depth to the 2D sketch, giving us a 3D model. Now as I take this rollback bar and bring it down one more feature, once again, you see we have a 2D sketch before we create the 3D feature. And as I continue down this feature manager tree, you will see the model slowly progress into the finished part. Again, a 2D sketch, and then our feature command, which is cut extrude. We have a slotted feature next, counter bore, through hole, a couple more hole features, and then we have the tombstone shape that you see here. And then we have another extrusion, another cut extrude, and we finish up with the last cut. So that gives you an idea of how this part was created by one student. Now let's take a look at another part created by a student. And once again, take a look at the feature manager tree. Many of these features require a 2D sketch up front. Now one thing to keep in mind, both of these student parts have fairly lengthy feature manager trees. I always tell my students to keep their sketches simple and build the part in small steps. As you get more experienced, you can make your sketches more complex, reducing the size or length of your feature manager tree. So hopefully that gives you an idea of what SOLIDWORKS features are, and now we're ready to move into the next lessons.